is out of Nevada. Cocaine, marijuana-induced mental breakdown may have contributed to naked Las Vegas police car theft, a report says. Days after a video of a man overpowering a Las Vegas police officer reached thousands online, the district attorney points to what's yet to be released of the crime on camera. The Las Vegas Valley has already seen a lot of Clyde Cabalusion since Halloween night, but not in court. Despite his first scheduled appearance on Thursday morning, the 29-year-old remains in the hospital after allegedly stealing a police vehicle and injuring two others. In a quote, "The video only tells part of the story," Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson said in his downtown Las Vegas office Thursday morning. And just for the record, that is actually Wolfie's, she's in the cannabis space. Wolfie, she's a comedian, and that is her dad. The arrest report obtained by 8 News Now said police first arrived at the intersection of Blue Diamond Road and Buffalo Drive after 11 p.m. Tuesday night, finding naked Cabalusion walking in the middle of the road trying to get hit by vehicles. The viral video showed the following battle with the officer at an intersection east of Blue Diamond and Cimarron Roads. After turning on his emergency lights to prevent vehicles from hitting Cabalusion, with Officer W. Cartatogia is reported to have exited his F-150 after the 29-year-old approached the driver's side door. The fight continued when the officer directed Cabalusion to the front of the vehicle and instead was punched several times. Despite being able to pull Cabalusion out of the driver's seat for the first time, he was unsuccessful the second time and chose to disengage when the car began moving forward. The officer is reported to have suffered minor injuries during the altercation with Cabalusion, and the arrest report later cites officers who believe the suspect was driving up to 80 miles per hour and sometimes driving in the wrong traffic lanes for over 6 miles before colliding with an occupied vehicle at Hacienda Avenue and Rainbow Boulevard around 11:15 p.m. Cabalusion then allegedly fled the collision immediately on foot before 2 other officers detained him roughly 100 yards north of the incident. In a quote, "Why was he running around in the intersection naked? I mean, everybody wants to know that," Wolfson said. And officers believe the 29-year-old was impaired due to his erratic movements, the fact he stole a marked Las Vegas Metro Police Department police truck with its emergency lights activated, and was completely naked fighting with officers. This was further confirmed when Cabalusion's brother told officers he may have ingested cocaine and marijuana at an earlier party that induced a mental breakdown. This sounds like Hunter Biden all over again, you guys. Thursday morning, Cabalusion awoke to new charges of DUI resulting in substantially bodily harm, reckless driving resulting in death of substantial bodily harm, and duty to stop at the scene of the accident. He already faced charges of robbery, driver disobeying peace officer, and endangering other persons' property, grand larceny of a vehicle, and battery of a protected person. In a quote, "If you get into an accident, you have a duty to stop and either render aid, plus provide information to the authorities, your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance." He did not do that, Wolfson said. The 2 occupants inside the vehicle hit remain in the hospital Thursday, 43-year-old Reach Abira and 34-year-old Ritz Galamet. Alberta told 8 News reporter Ryan Matthey over the phone that he is suffering from a fractured neck, breathing problems, seatbelt lashes, stomach bruising, hip damage, constant dizziness, and bodily feeling loss in his right side. He was sitting in the passenger seat the same time the car, LVMPD says, was hit. And Galmet, the driver, had to be cut out of the seatbelt and be removed from the vehicle after he was later found with internal bleeding and arrest, the report said. And this goes on a little bit more there, and you can read the full story on our website at www.highat9news.com. But what do you guys think about this? They're trying to blame cocaine and weed for all of this guy's bad decision-making.
It's always cocaine and weed. No, I'm just kidding. I agree with what Nick said. Like they're listing the drugs, but not mentioning anything about obvious mental health issues with this individual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think
Yeah,
there's some mental
often
health.
mental health.
Oh, go ahead, Dr. T, please.
Yeah, often, people often people with mental health conditions will go to other substances to try to treat themselves, and so yeah, this really looks like a mental issue.
So you don't think he got like some really good cocaine and all of a sudden just felt like I'm gonna steal a cop car today? That's not what
No.
happened, huh?
Well, cocaine
That's
is
not what cocaine does.
No.
cocaine is active in a different way in the brain than cannabinoids are, right? It enhances what's called dopamine reuptake. Dopamine is the reward molecule that makes you feel good for doing stuff, right, Dr. T? Am I got that right?
You're right, but THC also enhances dopamine. All roads lead to dopamine. That's the yeah. All roads to
I
to
I love
to
dope roads, you guys. I love
repeat
dope
substance
roads.
abuse.
Cocaine doesn't act on the endocannabinoid system, though, right? Does it?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, it doesn't act. It's two different substances, two different roads. It sounds like, Dr. T.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, cocaine or cannabis, there's something deeper happening here. It's not the substances. You got to stop blaming substances.
I totally agree. We do have to stop blaming substances and actually take accountability for actions that people do, and people need to take their own accountability for the actions that they do. And this is totally on him, and was some pretty bad decision making in progress. If you want to know exactly what not to do, make sure you watch the video.